You are listening to I Hate Average podcast featuring Jay from the Bronx.
And I'm back. What's going on? What's going on? Once again, you're back with me. I appreciate it. Last week was crazy. Hattie Racks episode. Got a lot of feedback on that. Shout out to Hattie Racks. Shout out to Dove again. The whole camp. A lot of love. I appreciate it. I like that I was able to play his music. That's something I think I want to get into if I'm interviewing an artist or anybody want to try to play like a song relative to the interview. Kind of like that. I got some positive feedback on that, so I think I'm gonna incorporate that into the episodes. But what's going on, man? I hope you guys been paying attention, and I've been slacking on my social media game, but of course y'all can follow me. I Hate Average JAY on everything: Snapchat, Twitter, all of that, Instagram, all of that. Been on vacation, watching the Olympics, relaxing. Usain Bolt is doing his thing. He did his thing again. USA won, of course. I'm not surprised. I don't think they had any real competition, but that's all I've been up to, man. I appreciate the love. The last couple of episodes, it's kind of been overwhelming because it just came as an idea, and it's just been developing and going further than I thought it would at this time. You know, this is probably. Actually, it's not probably, but this is actually the 11th episode. So, with just having the idea and this being the 11th episode and getting the feedback, both positive and some negative, but both either way, just to have people listening is is mind-boggling, and I appreciate it. I don't take it for granted. There's people taking the time out, hearing my ideas, hearing the stories of my guests. I really, really appreciate it. Today is no different. I got a special guest, C-Class from Let's Go web series. I'm a big fan of web series. I'm a big fan of anything, mostly all things independent. I think it's a very creative space right now, and Let's Go web series is no exception. They're going on into their 5th episode, but the first 4 episodes have been great. I'm sure they've been getting a lot of positive feedback. The viewers are getting up there. Just a cool show. I like that it's kind of based on his life. So some of the things are factual. So it's not as, there is some shooting, but it's not like 10 people getting killed at the same time. It's nothing crazy like that. Everything seems so realistic, and it makes you want to dive into the story even more. It's very interesting. It kind of has like a street element to it, but just the fact that the stories are so realistic, that kind of gets my attention. And C-Class, very interesting guy. I actually got him. The interview is done while he's actually on set, so it's not as long as I would have liked it to be. But just the fact that he took the time out to do the interview for us, I appreciate it. I know he's very busy, being that he's just starting out. I'm sure he's being pulled everywhere. But the time he took for our podcast, I definitely appreciate it. So it's very interesting. He tells the story of why he started doing the web series, why certain parts of the series and certain parts of the stories need to be told, because it's certain aspects, not just of street life, but of life in general, that we don't talk about. We don't, and especially as men, it's a lot of things that we don't express. And the fact that he's willing to express some of the things that went on in his life is very interesting, and just something I think needs to be out there. So I would like you guys, if you haven't already, I'm sure you have, but if you haven't, definitely check out the Let's Go web series. And here's my. Alright, so let me first start off by saying I am a fan. I like the direction of the show. It basically starts off with a bang, and it gets you engaged from the start. So what started you doing the web series? What's the concept of the show?
Basically the concept of the show is basically my life story growing up in Brownsville, Brooklyn. So I'm telling my story through a lot of different character stories, me and my friends growing up. So the concept of the web series is basically kids who grew up with broken homes who didn't have love and family structures, and we found love in fashion and crime, because when we used to steal the fly clothes, the people used to love us and get a lot of attention, and that became the love we didn't get at home. We got from the people who loved what we was doing, and then that became a thrill, and it became the way of life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a abnormal normal. You know what I mean? For the normal people in life, regular family is regular, but for us, our family's in the street and doing this because we didn't have homes. So we all became our own brothers, sisters, uncles, as far as father figures, leaders in the group who have more experience doing what, and I was always the one with the most experience.
Hate to interrupt this great interview, but we got our first sponsor. I'm excited about it, so I got to show love to Steadicam Fitness. Steadicam Fitness. If you want to get right, I know the summer is coming to an end, but then you got the holiday parties coming up, so you want to make sure you're keeping it tight, keeping it right. Steadicam Fitness. It's the same thing on Instagram. Also, he has a Facebook page. If you want to hit him up, you need some personal training, you want some fitness tips, you want to get right, Steadicam Fitness. Thanks. Check out the rest of the interview.
Part of the show, you see everybody coming around me because I was just the one who, like, far as the leader, you know. And it's also to break a generational curse, because, you know, as you watch the show, a lot of these things happen, like even with the mother and the son, where she put the gun out on him, and then if you saw whatever happened to him in episode 4, is because the mother didn't have a certain love for the son, and for her not having love for the son didn't have that kind of love for the mother. So it's like, whose fault is it? It's really nobody's fault, because you'll see what happened to the mother later in the series to understand why this mother's this way. You know what I'm saying? So it's really nobody's fault. It's a generational curse that we all been going through, because what I learned is that everybody knowing the same normal. So some things we see growing up becomes normal. Maybe some things she saw growing up was normal. Maybe drugs was normal in her household. You know what I'm saying? But as a kid, you never know what your parents been through. So, you know what I mean? I'm trying to shed light on the generational curse and trying to get people to understand it, because I just figured it out this year that I was living this. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully I can show them it, and then show them how we can circumvent it and deal with it. By first, we got to know the problem to deal with the problem. So I'm trying to address the problem and then, you know, get to it.
Yeah. I like how it seems so realistic. Like you got elements of the show now. You got the guy. I think his name was Pootie. You know, you always got the guy in the hood that's too old to be gang banging, but he still is. You know, he's still too old to be taking piss in the hallway, but he's still everybody. You know, it seems so real because everyone, you know, with our kind of experiences can relate to it. So I appreciate that.
Definitely. I appreciate you watching.
So what do you see the show go? Like, I know you said you want to showcase generational curses, and you want to show like the progress of the young man with the issue with his mother. Also, I see some of the elements with the relationships with females. Period. How, you know, most of the hustlers, they have girlfriends, but the girlfriends tell them to kind of slow down. But, you know, I guess they're still addicted to the streets. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, and that's the main part of the story, and you caught on to it, most of it. But yeah, because you see what happens is mostly the girlfriends, most of them come from lives where they got mothers and fathers, so it's easy for them to say that, but they don't understand the street for us is not the street I think. It's not about hustling and running streets. The hustle and stuff like that is how we get our love. You know what I'm saying? So it's more about the love. See, they get to go home to mother, father, and all that and get the love. We don't have that. So the love we get is from the street, because those my brothers I be with every day. When I get this money, the people give me their love, make me feel like I'm Cameron or something. You know what I mean? So we do it for the love that we get from the thrill. Like, that replaced the love we didn't get at home. So they don't understand that. And they mind, we out in the streets, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's told like we're in two different worlds. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it shows with the girlfriend and the guy.
That's cool. It's cool. I mean, unfortunately, the guy was well. I'll let the people watch the show, but they'll see the issue with the girlfriend and the guy. But and it shows also how, even though the guy, he's a father, but he's still, you know, he has a family at home, but he still sees his family as in the streets. So that's an interesting element, because we're kind of judgmental to men, you know, still hustling, still doing those things, and knowing that they have families at home, but they don't understand why. And I appreciate you telling that story.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, and that's what it be. Why people, you know what I'm saying? It's deeper than just the cash. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like some shows, their basis is like the cash, but our reasons, what we doing was bigger than the cash. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. You saw the writers room. I do a writers room for each episode where I explain certain parts. But and like even when a guy stole the coat, it's two guys fighting for one coat. But they fight for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? One guy fighting for the coat because this how he pay his bills, take care. Like other guy fighting for the coat because this how he get the love. He wear that coat, the people gonna love him. He gonna get that love. So, you know what I'm saying? It's different reasons why they want the coat, but it's a material object. You know, so it's just showing that the reason why we do things is deeper than just having cash. You know what I'm saying? It's an underlying reason why.
Definitely. And I like you showing the camaraderie between the guys, the group of guys, because usually, you know, most web series or most shows, period, just, you know, a lot of arguing and shooting. But you show the guys actually, like you said, showing each other love. Like, oh, I like that outfit. I like that. The guy, I think it was episode 2 or 3, the guy that said, oh, you're always looking cool. Well, I got a shirt for you. You know, they always showing appreciation to each other. You know, of course, they do have their element where some of them are robbing and shooting, but for the most part, it seems like it's a lot of camaraderie.
Yeah, because when we grew up, we didn't have family structure, so we became our family to the point where we slept on the same floors. We done shared the same food. You know what I'm saying? Where we done cried together. Where, you know what I'm saying? So that's where the brotherhood comes from. You know, from hardships, and it becomes a bond. Like the girl Tisha, she like my sister in the show. You know, we grew up close together. You know what I'm saying? I played the brother role because, you know what I mean? We didn't have that. So the show is take you through different trials, tribulations of different characters' lives, like me, my father. My actual father's in jail. That was a real letter from my father. My actual father, I'm going through that right now. That's a real situation with my father still incarcerated to this day. You know what I'm saying? I had to grow up without him and going through crying that night, not understanding why he gone. And you know what I'm saying? So I went through that personally, so I know how it feels. So, you know.
So how did you said that earlier that you know, you grew I guess I'll get into your personal story. How did you said you grew to realize, you know, how you're dealing with generational curses, how, you know, some of the actions that your parents made affected you. So what made you come to that realization?
Well, I had a situation with my mother, my real mother in real life, and me and her got into something real bad. And after it was over, I sat down and talked to her. I'm like, yo, why do you see what you're doing? And she was like basically saying when she grew up, her friend was in a bad relationship, abusive relationship, and her friend left when her friend wanted to leave. Her friend stayed because her friend had a plan. You know what I mean? And then she said also when she was younger, my grandmother, her husband had stabbed her in front of my mother and made my grandmother eat off the steps and just do mad weird stuff. So, but my mother said that, she said that, but my mother stayed. Her mother stayed. So basically what happens is, her pattern, she saw people do wrong, guys do wrong to the women and stay. So all she knows is that if a guy do exactly, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to show like, Ma, that ain't right. What he doing ain't treating you, you know what I mean, good. But her mind, my mother stayed with the man that did wrong. My best friend stayed. They, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to say about the normal ain't normal. But I didn't know. And then on the flip side, now that happened. Then my father called me from jail. So I was speaking to my father, and I'm telling him about what happened to me and my mother. And he was like, wow. He's like, because he grew up, his mother used to leave him in the Bronx and go to see her man somewhere else. So as he got older, my father's sister had kids, and my father's sister did the same thing. So he's saying, yo, I would think if she saw her mother do this to us, she would do the opposite. But she did the same because that's what she saw. She didn't know.
Wow. So what made you have a different, because how come that didn't become your normal? Like, what made you, you know, notice when your mom was in an abusive relationship? What made you know that wasn't right?
I mean, I always knew the relationship part wasn't right, but I didn't know why she was staying in it. Because I'm looking at telling like it's clear, blatant things showing that he don't love you. Love is being shown, not told. But when I sat down and talked to her, she told me about her best friend and things about my grandmother and told me they stayed and I could leave when I want because my mother stayed. So it made me show that this what she think is normal because all she saw, she didn't see the good side of a good man or a good side. You know what I'm saying? She didn't see that, so she don't know that. And it had me thinking like, all the other things I've been through with her and people my friends been through with drugs and the reasons why they got on drugs because it came through the family tree. You know what I'm saying? So, and then at the time, I had the show written. Not all of it, I wasn't sure I was going to do it, but when that happened, because I was talking to my girl, and she's like a co-creator, and I'm like, baby, yo, we can't fix this shit because like the problem is too damn big. It's generational. Like this shit is big, and then I was thinking like I got this show. And this happened right around the show. I said, yo, this show is the platform for me to put it in to get to the masses. You know what I'm saying? And I said, I got to do it. It's bigger than just me. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than me. It's something that can help kids and everybody. And for me, it's therapeutic, too, because I'm getting a lot of out stuff that I never told nobody off my chest by writing through my characters. So,
definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. And, you know, a lot of people can relate. A lot of people are, you know, going through that. And, you know, I can imagine a son seeing his mom go through that, but basically it's kind of nothing you could do because that's your mom. You can't force her to do anything. So I know it has to be a hurtful feeling. So, so I see you put up, can you talk about your partnership? Is it sealed yet, your partnership with Cloud9 TV? Can you talk about it?
Oh, well, Cloud9 TV, you know, Money of Violence. My best friend I actually grew up with since kids is Leon the Zogard of Money of Violence. Okay. So that's my best friend. We grew up together in the same neighborhood. And, they reached out. They've been reaching out to different series, trying to give other series, you know, a look because they have a big platform. So they reached out, and they let us put our show on a website. So we'd be up there for like maybe a couple of weeks, get us some exposure and, you know, bring some new fans to us. So I know all the Money of Violence. I know everybody from there, from Rafe to Chopper to DR to Ty. I know the whole cast.
Okay, cool. So I guess the show, a lot of people and the characters that they keep talking about, Dirty Brownsville. So is Brownsville really that different from other parts of Brooklyn?
Yeah, Brownsville is like a totally different world. And that's why I'm shedding a light on it. Like, but see, the catch is, what I keep saying, Dirty Brownsville, because that's the stereotype. When somebody mentions Brownsville, they say dirty. But if you know us, if anybody know me and my people from the Ville, we the fly people in the Ville. So I keep saying Dirty Brownsville, but when you see me and you see us, everybody look good. So when I put my post up, I always write, showing you a Brownsville you never seen, because this side of Brownsville they ain't seen. They never saw us like this. They see the other sides, the dusty dudes or the grimy killers. We all that too, but we just look different doing it, different style. Like, we from Tilden. I'm from Tilden houses in Brownsville, so it's like a whole nother culture from where I'm from, how we talk, how we dress, than the rest of the part of the Brownsville.
Okay. Yeah, I guess because me, I used to hang out in like Clinton Hill area, so I don't really know nothing about Brownsville, but now I'm getting a little taste of it. I like how you have some of the female hustlers. The one, I forget her name. I think her name is Tisha. She has like Tisha. The hustlers. Her and her friend, they seem to have like a hustler spirit. Can you talk about how, I guess, the women part of hustling inside the streets? Can you talk about that?
I mean, well, most of the girls from Brownsville is like boys. I won't say in a bad way, but they like boys. They like us because we raised them. You know what I'm saying? So they got hustlers because they grew up around us. So they did damn the same things. Like, you see her pull a gun out because it's like nature and nurture. Whatever you nurture under, you're going to become what you around. And by them growing up under us, they become females like us, talk like us, walk like us. They just got a vagina and they bleed every month.
Yeah, that's true. And I guess they kind of use them as decoys and figure out things. And
yeah.
Oh, also, the major, this before I let you go, the major thing is, can you talk about the element of the crooked cops? those guys, they seem kind of foul.
Oh, yeah. They're not really like crooked, like illegal crooked, but they just don't like us. Like, they look at us as the bottom of the mat, not understanding they are us. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they do the shit they do. Like, man, fucking asshole. You know what I'm saying? Now, knowing you black just like us when that badge come off.
Yeah, it seemed like they got a lot of hate for y'all. Even the guy, he was chasing the guy to do an arrest, and he wants to shoot him. You can't shoot him.
But that's what happening every day. You see every day on the news. The guy running, and they shoot him. Like the new guy got shot in the back recently in Chicago on the south side in the back for running. Like,
wow. So it's I guess it's sad, but I'm glad it was sort of shedding light on different side of the street. You know, people just see the street as guys hustling just to make money, like you said, or get girls, but you're showing like the background story, and I appreciate that. And I also appreciate your time. Can you just tell the people how they can find you and find the show?
Oh, definitely. It's C-Class, a.k.a. Class. You can follow the show, Let's Go _Brownsville. Follow me, C-Class Ave. YouTube is YouTube, Let's Go for Life with the number 4. all in one. Every Thursday at 8 p.m. We on episode 4, part 1 to be exact. Part 2 dropping this Thursday, and the soundtrack will be out sometime end of the month for Let's Go. And yeah, we got a lot of things coming up.
All right. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good night.
All right.
All right. That's my interview with C-Class. Once again, thank you, C-Class. Thank you to the whole Let's Go web series cast and family. Great story. Great story. I just like his honesty. I appreciate his honesty. I appreciate the fact that he was so open about his story, so open about his beginnings with the web series. Also, at the end of this, I got a little surprise. I'm going to throw in one of his records that he did with Fred the Godson. I thought it was a pretty cool record, something you might be interested in. But definitely, if you haven't, check out the Let's Go web series. Phenomenal web series coming out of Brownsville, Brooklyn. These guys are very creative. The way they tell the story is very creative. The stories that they're telling is a little different. Of course, they have the street element, but it's with a twist. You know, you can kind of see the reasons why certain things are the way they are. I like the fact they kind of incorporate the female story, because a lot of the web series that especially the street web series, they seem to be, mainly 90% focused on men. But I like how it's kind of like, 50-50, his story and also the female story. It's kind of 50-50, and I think that's pretty cool. You don't usually get that out of web series. So, if you get a chance, definitely check out the Let's Go web series. C-Class, thank you so much. The whole fam, they're up to, I think, episode 5 now. So definitely go on YouTube, check them out. Or you can go on Cloud9 TV, check them out, because they're getting love from the Money and Violence family also. Definitely, these guys, they're really doing their thing. C-Class is doing his thing. He's and I think his story needs to be told and heard by as many people as possible. So that's my interview with C-Class. Thanks again for listening this week. Check out this record with C-Class and Fred the Godson.
We getting money over here. We getting money over here. C-Class. They ain't getting no money over there. They ain't getting no money over there. Come on. I'm G'd up. Come on. Yeah. I'm G'd up. I'm G'd up. I'm G'd up. And I look good. I'm G'd up. It's C-Class. Everybody know. C4 bar, so you know I'm gon' blow. True jeans, true hat to the back. Dance and make a dance, leave a man, that's a fact. I don't know why they gon' hate. Say it to my face, get erased, that's a case. I'm in the club, gonna get money, dance. Say a friend, how I hit, then she gon' want a chance. Shorty, you all on me, saying she all horny. You don't like girls, ma, you just bore me. Now they see me blowing up like Thriller. I want her for a murder, I'm the kitty cat killer. Face got pair sense, and she make a booty clap. They call me B.I.G., but my name's C-Class. Head to Midtown to get the rollie Diddy hat. I'm copping them by tools like Pears and Pretty Pat. We getting money over here. We getting money over here. They ain't getting no money over there. They ain't getting no money over there. I'm G'd up. I'm G'd up. I'm G'd up. I'm G'd up. And I look good. I'm G'd up.
Chain on the T, cane in the range like it came with the V. Fuck flow, I get fame from a key. OG said friend never change, I agree. Same old nigga with more bread, but I ain't no bigger. No, I'm lying. I'm one of the greats. Both Glocks, both tops, put one in your face. TBM, EBM, green DM, and they even in. Nigga couldn't see me then, slow it. Fake niggas I can't roll with. All yes men, just so you know it. Smithtown, Brooklyn, I got them well as the Bronx. In the kitchen with the soap, I rock it so we can launch. Hit me when I re-up. Frederico the Godson, I'm G'd up.
We getting money over here. We getting money over here. They ain't getting no money over there. They ain't getting no money over there. I'm G'd up. I'm G'd up. I'm G'd up. I'm G'd up. And I look good. I'm G'd up. We getting money over here. We getting money over here. They ain't getting no money over there. They ain't getting no money over there. Come on. I'm G'd up. Come on. I'm G'd up. Come on. I'm G'd up. I'm G'd up. And I look good. I'm G'd up.